Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. Today I'm playing Poison Storm. I'm going to be trying something a little off the wall here, see if it'll stick. This is playing way more proliferation, 1 prologue, 4 inquiry to get the poison started, and then to kill our opponent, we're going to proliferate that poison onto them. Things like contentious plan, experimental augury, and steady progress I was already playing, but I'm actually going to go to 18 lands, cutting my lotus petals and also cutting my ever-flowing chalice for 4 thirsting roots and going up on snaps. So the idea here comes from Cosmic Charles's deck. So thirsting roots, it's a 1 mana proliferation, which can be quite good. It can also get you a land, which can maybe be good. It's kind of fixes in the vein of something like the lotus petal. We have a harder time making red mana. So maybe we want a red land post board potentially, but otherwise, so the idea is way more proliferation makes us way faster. And then the thirsting roots powers up the pentad prism, and we can use snap to continue to chain off as we go. So that's the idea of the deck. It should make us have better weather the storms and be slightly faster. I don't know if it's going to change the speed versus something like High Tide, but we have a very large amount of interaction there. So let's see if it works. I'll see you in the matches. Upstate New York Pauper is hosting the second event in their 2025 Open Series on Saturday, August 9th in Rochester, New York. The event currently has a cap of 64 players, and a cap that's $1,500 in cash prizes. I'll be there, and I hope to see you there too. Thanks for watching. Did you know you could get sideboard guides on patreon.com/Kalikaiz? And did I mention you can get early access to videos on the YouTube page in the membership section? And if you like these videos, make sure to like and subscribe. Okay, round 1. Let's keep this hand. We do have double thirsting roots, but I actually have enough to, I have the correct colors to cast them. Play the woodlot and pass. We have a turn 3, just cast Lorien Revealed. One has led on Swamp Blood Fountain. Plays Ichor Wellspring. They're probably playing like slower deck. They refurb me. I can get rid of the woodlot, I think. Plays Calming Garden. They're playing Gardens. Hopefully I can beat Gardens. I have a snap. So I can go Thirsting Roots, snap the plant, cast the Lorien Revealed. So Peat Bog, snap the plant. They rummage with the blood. We're going to untap these. Cast Thirsting Roots to proliferate. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll draw 3. So on turn 3, we drew 3 cards. Pretty good. They're getting in for 2. Plays a Haunted Mire. Let's Thirsting Roots again. We proliferate. Okay. And then I'll play Vivisurge's Insight to draw 3 cards. And proliferate again. Trying to find a poison spell. Did not find one. Play a land. Pass the turn. Another great thing would be if we could find the pentad prism. So I think playing the augury looking for the prism might be the correct move. They have a refurb. So I can discard my deep analysis. A little bit of value. Ah, they Bajuka bogged it. No value. Could have also just discarded the thirsting roots there. Kind of wanted to storm though. We'll go green. Here, let's just cast the experimental augury with the black mana. Digging the deepest for something going on. So none of this is good, but I'll take the blue mana. I have 4. I think I'm just going to cast the Lorien Revealed. Draw 3 cards. We'll play out a woodlot. Then I'll discard the island. Or I could discard the weather storm. There's no pressure right now, right? But there could be soon. I'll discard the island. We're going to be drawing more lands. They play a Nile Spellbomb. And they're cycling it. Gets rid of my graveyard. I get in for 4. Let's play the pentad. And we're using our non-blue mana to play it. Play Contentious Plan. Draw a card. There's the Prologue. Cast the Prologue off of the green. We have a snap. I don't really want to snap that though. I'll go Contentious Plan. Put you to 2 poison. Another pentad. Okay. Play the pentad prism. This is a small ritual here. I'll cast Thirsting Roots. Proliferate. We are storming hard now. That's for sure. Poke you. Okay. Let's, I guess, snap this thing. And they're going to cast down their own creature. And then let's just cast a Weather Storm. Pass the turn. I expected that they would have something like that. Their removal spells were pretty dead. But now they can Blood Fountain back the refurb and discard my other weather. So me having discarded the Deep Analysis kind of hosed me so far. We need some more big draw spells. One reason why I didn't like playing Thirsting Roots previously was I just felt like it didn't have enough oomph. They have a refurb. Gets rid of the weather. That's their third refurb drawn in 17 cards. We have another Pentad. So now we're free and clear. Any single proliferation is -3 on cost reduction. It's basically like playing Goblin Electromancer or Baral in your deck. Okay, let's draw another card. You go to 5. Final Lorien revealed. The guy will play the Infectious Inquiry. Another Pentad. Oh boy. So 4 Pentads in play. Experimental Augury is going to make me 2 mana. I'll take, I guess, the Steady Progress. Oh, this, I thought that was a snap. Definitely taking the Steady Progress there. The other were just lands. Okay. We're chaining. Let's draw another card. Opponent goes to 8 poison. Another Contentious Plan. Oh man, the Storming. They go to 9 poison. And a Contentious Plan. Well, it's easy to win the game once you had 4 prisms in play, that's for sure. Turn 7. Not amazing, but went well. I think I will... So I could bring in Breath Weapon. I just don't think anything really matters that much here. The Weather Storms might not be that necessary. Like, we could trim here for some Bring the Endings. Trying to stop them from discarding us. Maybe, like, cut 3 of these. And then bring in 3 Bring the Endings. Alright, we have blue mana, black mana, green mana. It's fine. I do sort of wonder if not having the Chalice is correct. I wish we had more Pentad Prisms in the format. Oh, just draw the Pentad right away. Heck yeah. I wonder if I should play it out this turn. I think I should hold it. I'm a little bit nervous about a Troublemaker Oof. We'll play the Woodlot and pass. My opponent discards an Eviscerer's Insight to a blood token. Instead of the Eviscerer's Insight in their plant. That's interesting. Plays a refurb. Okay, I guess I will discard the Contentious Plan. Double Prism? Wow. This just feels like I'm being gifted. This is not a normal way for things to work out. Prism, play Augury. Finding the Infectious Inquiry. Doot. Okay, we have the mana to pay for the Inquiry. So we've only used, I mean, we're 2 Proliferates down, but we drew some lands. Next turn we can play Vivisecers and Insights. Let's see if they have the oof. As expected, they do. Okay, so it's fine. Gets rid of one of my prisms. Plays a Colony Garden, 2 cards in hand. Gets in for 2. I'll go land. I have the Bring the Ending now. Couldn't draw it for the previous turn. Vivisecers Insight. Draw 3. Boink. Okay, interesting. So here, this is kind of neat because we have Thirsting Roots plus Prism. We can play the Prism. And now I have 2 counters here. I can use the green for a Thirsting Roots and Proliferate. And now I have the mana in order to play the Bring the Ending. But once again, I've drawn 3 Pentad Prisms in 17 cards. I did have 1 card selection spell I cast. They play an Ichor Wellspring. At this point, the refurbs don't matter because I have extra lands to just get rid of. A Fanatical Offering the Wellspring. I'm not concerned. Plays a Swamp. I will counterspell your Duress. I want my card draw. They didn't attack. They got flustered. That's okay. Sometimes that happens. Let's cast the Insight. Draw 3 cards. Okay. And then make a blue. I think I'll just play the Scary, cast Contentious Plan. Go to 5. We have a snap. I can snap their refurb and then cast Progress. I could snap refurb here, have 5 mana, cast Lorien Revealed. I think I'm just going to, do I really want to snap that right now? I think so. Let's bounce this one, or maybe bounce the plant. That doesn't really matter. Neither of these matter. So I guess I get rid of the refurb. I can progress into Inquiry, which is the same amount of cards. Progress. Go to 6 poison. We found Brain the Ending. Black. Inquiry. We found the Thirsting Roots. It's just working out. Apparently, Thirsting Roots is just way better if you can draw your pentads. I mean, it's pretty amazing, clearly, at this point. We have double Brain the Ending for anything, any nonsense. They can cast the refurb, but that's fine. I have 2 cards I don't care, that I'm just going to discard. Visitor's Insight. Okay. 3 mana. Last Rites. That's going to be a counter. And then they will go ahead and refurb me. They might have a Duress. I'd have to use the Brain the Ending. Because I need the Lorien. Okay, my turn. We'll cast the Lorien Revealed. I guess I've used a bunch of Thirsting Roots already. 1, 2, 2 Inquiry and 2 Roots. I guess I'd rather draw the Inquiry if I'm going to cast one of them. Lorien Revealed. We did not... You can still snap their creature. Snap your plant. Okay. Untap. Cast. Let's play the scary. Cast Insight. Put you to 9. I was a hater. I was a Thirsting Roots hater. It's just giving me so much value. Wow. Unreal. Maybe it's the truth. But it says good luck. Thank you, Bert. Hopefully we can keep it going. See you in round 2. Round 2 versus Brian Braun. Okay, so the problem with this hand is that I don't have a black land. So I'm going to mulligan. Didn't put a black land in my deck. This is maybe fine. What should I put back? Put back the forest. We'll lead on a woodlot. Okay, my opponent's playing red-black Madness Burn. I think I'm just going to... I'll cycle the contentious plan. I think I should augury, trying to find a blue land so I can get this Vivisearch's Insight going. Well, we found Thirsting Roots. So I can search out a blue land for the next turn. I guess I'll take that. Thirsting Roots, proliferate there. We will go ahead and grab an island. Now, post board, this deck has a lot of Duresses and Red Blasts and stuff. Nothing? Okay. Let's start on Contentious Plan in case I draw land. Proliferate. Of course, I drew the Pentad Prism. That's pretty solid. Okay, I guess we're off to the races. Your turn. My opponent somehow just didn't do anything on their turn, so maybe they just kept the one lander and it didn't pay off, as I am wont to do. Okay, yeah, that's what happened, because they are passing again. Going to clean up. Discarding a Kitchen Imp. Well, I'm going to have to go ahead and snap that bad boy. All right, we got a steady progress. Let's go Vivisearch's Insight. Did not draw land. That means I can Thirsting Roots for land. Search out a basic. Pass the turn. With the snaps, I can get a very large amount of storm count going. They get in. I wonder if they have a second Kitchen Imp. They have an Alms of the Vein. Okay, woodlot. We can snap the Kitchen Imp. Untap. Cast a Vivisearch's Insight. Draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. And then we can go blue. Cast Contentious Plan. Draw a card. Did not find a poison spell, but we can storm for 12 life. They have 9 cards in hand. They're going to have to discard 2 cards to hand size if they don't find a land. It's just really bad for them right now. But we haven't really accomplished anything either. I'm at 39 cards left in library and haven't found a poison, but we did find the Pentad, so kind of evens out. They'll probably discard the Kitchen Imp again. And discarding a Sneaky Snacker. Alright, we found the Inquiry. Land. Let's snap. Pop that off. Untap. We'll draw a card, because I need the counter on the Pentad in order to make black mana. Make black. Pass the Infectious Inquiry. Draw. Another Pentad. Wow. Okay. Pentad. Thirsting Roots. Proliferate. 1. Sort of makes me think, do I want to be like actually playing Muddle the Mixture or something just to search up the Pentad? The Weather Storm going. We're at 42. Basically playing solitaire right now. Our opponent finds a land after 6 turns. Okay. We've almost drawn half our deck. They've drawn 6 cards only. Who was on the play? Me, I think. Let's steady progress. Go to 3. Cast a Lorien Revealed. Draw 3. Draw 2 with an Infectious Inquiry. Can cast a plan. Draw a card. You go to 5. There's another Prism. That's crazy. Play the Pentad Prism. Thirsting Roots. Add some mana. Proliferate. 1/1/1. You go to 6 poison. Should I draw a card? After all, why not? Why shouldn't I draw a card? Your turn. You're at 7 poison. We'll go ahead and let you get in with your Kitchen Imp. I'm at 40 life. They get in for 2. Madnessing out a Fiery Temper this time. We have another snap. Let's go ahead and draw 3. See where that takes us. The last Pentad. Wow. I'm good at this. I guess I drew most of my entire deck. Cast Experimental Augury. Take a progress. You go to 7. And then I'm not going to worry about the lands. Cast a progress. You go to 8. And I'll cast an Augury. And put you to 9 and to 10. Any order here. You go to 10. Fair enough. Wins the game. I just have to win 1 out of the post-board games. Maybe my opponent will keep a dud again. The Smash to Smithereens could be kind of annoying. I think I want the Dispels. And then I kind of want to trim around. Trim a Snap. Trim a Progress. Trim the Prologue. I'm watering down my deck. But I do think that Dispel is quite good for their Pyroblast, for their Smash to Smithereens, all that stuff. So here I have a hand that looks pretty solid. We play a tap land, and then I can get another island, play the Augury, as long as they are tapped out. If they end up duressing my Lorien Revealed, I can try to Augury for another land. My opponent leads on a mountain. Play the land. We found another Infectious Inquiry. Kind of hoping that they do something on their turn that taps that mountain, because I really don't want to get got by a Pyroblast on my Experimental Augury. Or if I draw a land, that would be okay as well. They're going for a Looting. Discarding Looting and Snacker. They do have a land this time. We will cycle, get an island, cast the Augury. So I can either take another Scary or take the off-color basic, which allows me to cast Weather the Storms. I think I'm just going to take the Scary and hopefully we'll have some good stuff come up. We need black sources, we need green sources. So not having Lotus Petal in the deck, you end up kind of reliant on what lands you draw, which is a bit random. They grab the prize, Madnessing on a Fiery Temper, but they can't cast it. They do get back a Sneaky Snacker. We find a Pentad Prism, so I'm going to cast a Pentad Prism for just 1 counter, and then pass, holding up the Dispel for Smash to Smithereens. Then the next turn, I can cast the Experimental Augury, still have the island for Dispel if they don't use Smash to Smithereens here and they're trying to Pyroblast me. But I'm pretty reliant on this Prism for colors. Our opponent will put us to 16. Sneaky Snacker's coming in. What's your next play? A lot of their deck is sorceries, so the Dispel can be risky. I have to just try casting the Augury here. Wow. Well, if I take the Pentad, I think that's better than anything else here. Pentad. Doot. Okay. Play Pentad Prism. Cancel. I think I'm going to cycle the Lorien for an island, making sure I'm making my land drops, and then play the Pentad. If they tap out for a Smash, I can respond to that with Steady Progress into Dispel. Or just, yeah, I think that would be better. Kind of in the same spot after that, though. So maybe I just want to Dispel off of the main land. Lightning Bolt. Okay. We're at 13. And I did pass up on a couple of Weather the Storms. They're going to put me to 11. Please grab the prize. I'm going to go for a Steady Progress. And they're going to get back another Snacker. No lands, though. Let's go black. Play the Infectious Inquiry. Cast Contentious Plan. Draw blind. You go to 2. Proliferate. Snap a Sneaky Snacker. Untap some lands. Tap them. Cast Infectious Inquiry. A little nervous I'm going to die here. Cast Experimental Augury. Found the Weather Storm. Never didn't have it. Never didn't have it. Go to 4. Okay. And then I will play out the Forest and use that for the Weather Storm. Pass. That allows me just to have double Dispel and then still be able to cast the Infectious Inquiry on the next turn. Back to 23. Opponent getting in for 2. They find a land drop, they can use Faithless Looting to put the Snacker back in the graveyard. Just passing. Madnessing out a Kitchen Imp again. I have a feeling that they're not fully getting the list here. Let's go ahead and Contentious plan. Do you have any Pyroblasts? Right now we can put them to 7 poison. They do have a Pyro. Counter. 5. Alright. Draw Thirsting Roots. Black. Cast Inquiry. Find another Pentad. Insane. Pentad. And blue. Black. Cast Infectious Inquiry. We have just a bunch of Thirsting Roots. I don't really need to cast those. I'll play out the Sacrisan Scary and pass. I would rather save those for a turn where I could maybe storm off and actually use them to matter for Weather Storm count. Right now we ran out of card draw. We've cast 1 Lorien Revealed. We cycled 1 Lorien Revealed. We cast all 4 Infectious Inquiry, which is interesting. They put us to 14. Lorien Revealed would be perfect. The Vampires Kiss me down to 11. Not good. We draw Lorien Revealed. Is that what I asked for? I meant Vivisurgeon's Insight. Can I take it back? Cast Lorien Revealed, draw. We draw the Vivisurgeon's Insight. Okay. Let's go ahead and proliferate. It didn't even matter. They're just super dead here. We have too much proliferation in the deck for them to hang on. Go to 8. I will snap your Kitchen Imp, I guess. Tap all my mana. Draw 3 cards. I'd like to draw as many cards as possible while winning the game. Good at 9. Too bad I can't, like, I don't want to rub it in. Let's just Contentious plan. Good at 10. Okay. So we got them in round 2. I'll see you in round 3. Round 3 versus Pygonti. DB Merc-Pie. Let's keep it. The lead on Scary. Really, if I find a basic, it'd be better to play the Peat Bog first. But without a basic, we want to play the Scary first. Okay, I'll lead on Scary. Allows me to maybe Augury, looking for something to play. My opponent mulligan to 6. Plays Island. Play the Infectious Inquiry. Previously, they had played control decks. They cycle a Lorien Revealed. Getting Volatile Fjord. Plays an Island. Okay. Yeah, I should just take a draw. Find Thirsting Roots. Let's play the Peat Bog. So they're probably on blue-red Scred. There's 6 mana. I really want the Pentad to resolve, but the Infectious Inquiry is worth more, probably. I'll pass. I guess at any point I could go Contentious Plan into Augury. If I Contentious Plan and they counterspell it, then I can Pentad Prism into Infectious Inquiry Thirsting Roots. No, that's not enough. Okay, they play out the Volatile Fjord. Let's try an Experimental Augury. They snap counter. Okay. Pentad Prism. We can go green for Thirsting Roots. Then I can actually grab... I go Thirsting Roots for blue. I don't have enough, so we're going to cast Thirsting Roots to proliferate. This gives me back the mana here. I don't know if they're playing like Suplex or a Braid in their main deck, or Cast into the Fire. And then I can go black, Infectious Inquiry, poison you. Play a land. We drew another Prism. They have 4 mana. I imagine they're going to cast a Commodore or something here. They play Azure Fleet Admiral. They draw from the Monarch. We have double Prism, so it feels pretty combo-y right now up in here. Let's go Contentious Plan, which is a free spell. Play to 2. Steady Progress. That's -1 mana. Play to 3. Cast another Progress. Play to 4. Find an Forest. Let's go land. Draw 2 blind off the Infectious Inquiry, put you to 5. I found a Weather the Storm. Cast Experimental Augury. I think I just take the Infectious Inquiry. Any order. Go to 6. I can storm off on a different turn again, maybe for life. Cast the Thirsting Roots. Proliferate. Which is just 7. I mean, if I storm, yeah, I'm not, this Infectious Inquiry is not going to resolve if I pass the turn. Let's draw 2 cards. And pass. Next turn, I can double Deep Analysis into a Weather the Storm if I want. They cast Ponder. They're already at 8. We dealt them 8 poison in 1 turn. Plays a land. Gets in for 3. They draw a card for the Monarch. Let's go Deep Analysis. Deep Analysis again. Maybe, yeah. I'll Deep Analysis again. Play a land. And then gain 9 life. Now at the point where they have so much poison on them, we want to lead on our really cheap spells, our cantrips like Steady Progress, and then try to get them to counter that so that we can use the Vivisurgence and Insight. Take it in for 3. Casting a Tolarian Terror, holding up maybe 1 counterspell. Let's go Progress. You have to counter everything now. Counterspell. Let's cast Experimental Augury then. And we win. So game 1 is good for us because we have a lot of redundancy, but game 2 and 3 is much harder. You don't really want the snap. If they come out fast, we're screwed. We want to bring the ending for their creature. I'm gonna cut 2 Weathers for 2 Dispels, and then 2 Thirsting Roots for 2 Dispels. We need to have counters for their Pyros and all that stuff, and hopefully not get beaten down by a giant Monarch. We have no lands. That's going to be a mulligan. This is a lot better. So they're not on Wildfire. We have multiple counter spells. I can keep it. I'll get rid of the forest, hoping to just top deck some lands. The main goal here is that we are able to counter their turn 4 play, be it Terror, Monarch, Mystic, any of those things. I want to stop them from getting the advantage because we have so much card draw in our deck. Play the Scary and pass. They Brainstorm on my end step, leaving open double island. I'll play Peat Bog. Go to my end step. They cycle a Lorien. I don't think I can do anything about that. They grab a Volatile Fjord. Plays it. Didn't find a land, so I'm going to cycle the Lorien for an island and play Contentious Plan. I think if they counter, I have to counter back. Okay, return. Now I have a counter for their turn 4 play. And the next turn, I can just like pass into it and then try to Experimental Augury with backup on their end step. I grab an island on my end step, casting a Ponder, and no shuffle. We have a Pentad Prism. It's a pretty good card. I don't know if we're going to be able to resolve it yet. They have so many lands. Let's cast Experimental Augury on their end step. We find another Pentad and bring the ending. I think I will take the Bring the Ending. Cast Augury. So the Bring the Ending can't counter anything right now. Take the Infectious Inquiry. I should have taken the land. I don't know what I was doing there. Okay, so now I have 6 men in play. I was just cantripping a ton. Didn't really accomplish anything. Okay, my turn. Luckily we found a land, so I'm good now. I'm golden. They end step Dreams of Laguna. Surveil 1, draw a card. With flashback for 4. Casting a Brainstorm. 3, 4, 5. Now they can start slamming terrors. Cycles a Lorien. 5 mana. Casting a Tolarian Terror. I guess I'm just going to tax them. Counter. Would you like to pay 2? Okay. Double Prism. Pentad. Into Pentad. It kind of puts me down on mana. I'll try Infectious Inquiry. Counterspell. Counterspell. We probably have a Pyroblast. Dispel. They have a Spell Pierce. Okay, let's just pay the 2. Draw 2. I'll play out the Peat Bog. Pass the turn. Now they can ride the Tolarian Terror to victory. Okay, I found another Infectious Inquiry. Let's start with Experimental Augury. Now I have a Dispel. Or I can take the Contentious Plan. think I'm going to take the contentious plan. Go to 2. If I can make it 3, let's contentious plan. Then the brain the ending is a hard counter. 3. I'll try the inquiry. Counterspell. Counterspell. They have a pyroblast, all experimental augury, looking for a counterspell. They have another counterspell in hand. That's not great. Okay, so I think I take the deep analysis here. Rebuild. Go to 4. Nice. Put in brainstorms. Brainstorms again. Okay. Something in my room is like beeping or squeaking, and it's really freaking me out. I wonder if anybody's hearing that right now. Cast a Commodore. So they're pressuring us. They're saying you have to find a weather storm or kill me. Get it for 5. We have a Dispel. Let's just tap all our lands. See what we're working with. Deep analysis. Draw 2. Finding a Pentad. That's pretty sick. Okay, done. Cast Vivisurgeon's Insight. Poke you. Not good. Deep analysis myself. We found the Weather Storm. Play the blue land, cast Weather Storm. Unfortunately, I have to find another big draw spell. I have too many dispels, nothing else going on. We're still dead in 1 turn. They get in for 10. Maybe I should just leave the 4 weathers in the deck, because they just have no clock. And then maybe just dispels? Yeah, okay. The Brain the Endings weren't super great. I'm going to bring another weather in, cut a Brain the Ending. Submit. I feel that there's a little bit of a lack of card draw. Alright, we're on the play. I think I should mulligan. Too much of a risk. This is pretty good. Keep. I'll get rid of the Steady Progress. Play the Woodlot. And pass the turn. So I can Pentad into Augury with this spell backup. They play out a Volatile Fjord. Play the Scary. Pass the turn. I could have gone Pentad there. They play an Island. So let's cycle this. I mean, losing a big card draw spell like that is pretty bad. Play the Pentad Prism. And then if they have a counterspell, I have Dispel into Experimental Augury. I should wait until their turn, maybe. They have an Abrade or a Cast into the Fire. We're going to cast Experimental Augury. Getting another Dispel. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and Dispel that. Like they have another Cast into the Fire. But I have a second Dispel. Counter. Plays an Island. Some hose to a Spell Pierce here. Not anymore. Cast Vivisurgeon's Insight. 1, 2, 3. Pass the turn. That was a pretty good exchange. I'm way up. I've drawn a lot of cards. They have 4 mana available. Play my Scary. I really need the Infectious Inquiry to resolve, though. I have 2 more Dispels and 3 Brain the Endings left in the deck. They have 5 cards in hand. Play the Peat Bog. I'm going to try to wait for them to do something. They play another land. Find Brain the Ending. I'm going to try Deep Analysis. That resolves. Cast a Pentad. Cast a Deep Analysis. We're at 7 cards, so I guess we're good now. Could just Thirsting Roots to Proliferate. I should probably wait though and see if I can get... No, I think I should do it now. Proliferate? Anyone? Anyone? You? Anyone? Okay. I missed a land. A crud. They play a land. I guess they're focused on just countering my poison spells. Let's just Contentious play and draw a card. Okay. I'm passing. They're just leaving up their mana. Try Infectious Inquiry. They have a counterspell. Okay. Didn't really do anything about that. Can try to Experimental Augury into a Dispel. Finding plan. Let's take the Lorien Revealed. I guess that just happens. Cast Infectious Inquiry again. Oh, it resolved! Oh boy. Oh boy. Play another Prism. Cast a Progress. Oh man. I can't believe they just had the only had 1 counter in hand. They're faking me out. Let's draw a card. Now the Brain the Endings are hard counters. And let's start casting spells. Experimental Augury puts you to 4. They go Pyroblast. Let's Dispel. They scoop it up. Wow. I didn't expect that, but we're 3-0 on a round 4. Okay, round 4, we have an epically good hand, assuming our opponent's not on blue. Last time I played Orbuletto, they were on the black-green Gardens deck. The hand turned out poorly now. So if they take the Lorien Revealed, we're hosed. If they take Prism, we're hosed. Turn 1 Duress. They're on the black-green Gardens. We're just trying to make sure that I can't high tide them, I guess, with the turn 1 Duress. It's something that's good. Maybe it is. What if I'm playing White Weenie and all I have is creatures? They discard the Prism. Play the Peat Bog. Your turn. I really wanted that Prism. They go Ichor Wellspring. Let's go land and Experimental Augury. I'll take the Infectious Inquiry. Okay, your turn. I wonder if I should cycle. Probably don't need to. I'm going to cycle. There were 2 Vivisector's Insights there. We'll put them back into the deck. When it plays a green land, a Fanatical Offering their Wellspring. We're going to Infectious Inquiry, play the Peat Bog, and pass. I guess I would discard the Thirsting Roots or the Snap here, if they have Refurb. Maybe just the Snap. Another Duress. Okay. Probably takes the Lorien, because that's 3 cards. That's your best value. They take Contentious Plan. Plays an Ichor Wellspring. Refurb costs 2 mana at the moment. I'll cast Contentious Plan. For you to 2. So this is a reason Thirsting Roots is kind of medium at the moment. Let's cast Infectious Inquiry. Put you to 3. Play a Peat Bog. Next turn, I can like snap, untap, steady progress into Lorien Revealed if they have a creature. They ended up Eviscerate's Inciting on my end step. They're just hanging out, duressing me, but all those removal spells going to waste. Plays Nile's Spellbomb. Okay. I shouldn't have played the land out. Let's steady progress. I could have found a green land. Found a Pentad. There we go. Pentad Prism. Make blue. That's steady progress. Pentad gets counter. Go to 5. I mean, I could pop off on the Thirsting Roots is here. I'm just going to wait. I might have a better opportunity. They're effectively at 8 with the 3 Thirsting Roots. They cast Avenging Hunter. This is old school Gardens with Avenging Hunters? Wow. Finds a swamp. I'll start out by drawing 3 cards because you left that in my hand. Play a Scary. No. Should play the Woodlot. We'll just snap the Avenging Hunter. They snuff out their Avenging Hunter. That's fine. That's fine. That's totally fine. You're good. I do not care. I mean, as long as there's not a threat, I'm good. Plays out a Crypt Rats. We'll go Vivisector's Insight. Draw 3, put you to 6, and you are dead. Okay. Land. Proliferate. You're at 7. Why don't I do it again? Put you to 8. Make green. Put you to 9. Proliferate again. And then 10. Game 1, we take it. So we really just want Bring the Endings for their Avenging Hunter. We can kind of cut the snaps and the weathers. They're generally too slow. I mean, the opponent is too slow for us. Let's cut a Thirsting Roots, 2 snaps, and a weather. This is an interesting hand. I think I will keep. I don't know if they're going to be starting to duress me or not. Let's play out a Woodlot. If they duress me, there's a lot of options that they have. They go for duress. They probably want to take the Pentad. They discard the Inquiry. Okay, I don't think that they value the same things in the matchup. They might be leaving the Pentad because we have Troublemaker Oofs again. Oh, this is the thing that makes me discard 3 cards or exile 3 cards. Crud. Forgot about that. Okay, Pentad Prism. Make blue. We'll steady progress. Play a land. Pass the turn. So these are the 3 cards we're going to discard. They morph this, and then they sacrifice it after it deals damage, and then we have to discard 3 cards. Discard, discard, discard. And they have a duress. Okay. Let's cast Experimental Augury. And I will take the Deep Analysis. They discarded me 3. And then I just went ahead and drew 4. So it worked out. Draw another 2. Pass the turn. That's got to feel kind of demoralizing, to be honest. So my opponent Ended up playing a card and then duressing me yet again. Guess I just play the Peat Bog and wait until I draw another card draw spell. They can draw a card off the spell bomb. A Fanatical Offering. So clearly I want the snaps because that Haunted Cadaver was brutal. We found an Experimental Augury. Well, it's Augury, just looking for any draw 3. Let's take the Steady Progress. And then I guess I'm progressing. There's a Lorien Revealed. We have to draw 3 cards. And we found Infectious Inquiry, but I can't cast it just yet. I'm going to play out Peat Bog. They've been working really hard to destroy me, and I just keep rebuilding. Do they have another duress? Wow. Okay. I think that they might win this game. They play a Heaped Harvest. Gets back the Cadaver with the Witch's Cottage. We top deck an Inquiry. Let's go. All your hard work. All your hard work. Let's draw another 3 cards. Brutal. You go to 2. Let's see. Draw as many cards as possible. Black. Let's play Inquiry. Draw 2 cards. We have a Prism and another Prism. Play out a land. Let's go Contentious Plan. Go to 4 poison. This is a ritual for us. Not worried about discarding 3 cards with how much I've been flooding, I guess. And draw another card. You go to 5 poison. Thirsting Roots will give me some proliferate, give me some mana to use. Go to 6 poison. Cast a Lorien. Blue, blue. 1, 2, 3. And then I'll go ahead and I guess I'm just gonna counter your morph. I don't know if I need to. I think I will actually just weather the storm here. Zoom. Gain 30 life. I don't care about the morph. I have a lot of lands in hand that I don't need. They play out their Cadaver. Face up, no morphing. Play land. Pass a turn. I have 22 cards left in my library. They crack the Heaped Harvest to get another land. Plan is to just counter anything that draws some cards at this point. They have no Eviscer's Insights in the graveyard. They get in for 2. Finally found a snap. Would you like to sacrifice your Cadaver? They say yes. Okay. You can have my 3 lands. I'll go ahead and counter your Crypt Rats. And then counter your Wellspring. Maybe I should just counter the Wellspring and not the rats. Now we'll draw a card. You go to 7. Any more card draw? Contentious Plan. Okay. Contentious Plan. Go to 8. Find Augury. We could just close the game. Lorien Revealed is the draw. You go to 9. They scooped at 9. They weren't dead. They were dead. We'll see in round 5. Okay, final round versus M Rogue. Our hand is mediocre, but we do have the Infectious Inquiry. They did not play turn 1 Fae, but that island scares me. I'll play the Peat Bog and pass. Brainstorm on my end step. And they Lorien Revealed, finding an island. Ponder. I'm going to expect this to be Terror, which I'm not a fan of. How do I beat Terror? I have to just get the Infectious Inquiry off. No shuffle. I'll play another Peat Bog and pass. A mental note, milling Demon Figure Island. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the graveyard. Now they can Terror. I'll play Island. So if I Inquiry, they have to counter. I think I should just pass. They probably have a counterspell, right? I will try it. We can beat Spell Pierce. They go counterspell. 4th land for the opponent. 1 Terror. I'm gonna cycle for an island and then try a Contentious Plan. Okay, that resolved. Find Insight. I mean, I could snap the Terror. I have so much mana, sort of. They Brainstorm again. They're gonna get in for 5. We need green mana. Plays a Cryptic Serpent. Alright. I have 6 mana. I'll attempt to snap the Cryptic Serpent. They go Dispel. Snap again. I have Spell Pierce. I will pay. I will untap my 2 blue lands. Cast Experimental Augury. We found the Pentad. Okay, so that's going to help me to hopefully get green mana. If I had... You know they have a Cryptic Serpent hand. They didn't have a counterspell before because they just had Dispel Spell Pierce. They're getting in for 5. Plays a Cryptic Serpent and a Delver, 1 card in hand. Play the Pentad. 3, 4, 5. Try Vivisurgeon's Insight. I need to draw an untapped land. Did not draw an untapped land. Or a spell, like, didn't really draw anything here. Like, I can proliferate into Weather the Storm. Proliferate, then cycle for an island, play the island, Weather the Storm. So, cast Proliferate. 1, 2, 3. Grab an island so I can make a land drop this turn. Then go Weather Storm. So we only gained 1 turn though. And we're out of action. I have 7 mana. I think I'm just going to die. They're going to get in for 12. So in that case, Lotus Petal would have been a lot better. We would have had green sources way earlier. Hard casting Alluring Reveal to draw 3. Just going to YOLO a Vivisurgeon's Insight. Draw 3. We didn't get anywhere. That stinks. So my plan post board is to not play snaps and to play Moments Pieces and Dispels. We'll cut 2 Weathers and 2 Thirsting Roots. This is one of our worst matchups. Not the greatest round 5. Okay, I'm on the play. I guess I will keep this. Multiple Dispels. If I draw another land, I'd be in a really good spot. If I don't, I'm feeling a bit sketched. They go Island Delver. So that's actually decent for me. Cycle. Grab the island. We're going to Augury, looking for... I was going to say we're looking for any land. I'll take the Infectious Inquiry. Deck is failing me a bit, but that's okay. So the Dispel can protect the Pentad Prism. Or like an Infectious Inquiry. Their Delver didn't flip, so I guess their deck is failing them as well. They get in for 1. We drew a lot of Dispels. I guess I'm just going to cast the Pentad. That's probably a leak because I could draw... They have Spell Pierce. I'll try Dispel. And they have another thing. A Force Spike. Okay. Spell Pierce, Force Spike, Dispel. They like to variety it up. Give there some variety. Overall, I felt like this was pretty good. I'm not sold on Thirsting Roots overall. It did solidify our wins in a lot of cases. Maybe there's some sort of mix where it could be Thirsting Roots. Maybe we don't need the Everflowing Chalice. The Snap can take the place of that because that adds mana just as much. I really, really like having the Lotus Petals in the deck though. So it's something to think about. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and we'll see you in the next one.